What is up, my name is Nulamula, and for today's mod showcase we're going to be going over the CandyCraft mod. And what the CandyCraft mod well, basically it's a mod that has a dimension that is filled with nothing but candy and candy themed structures, bosses, even some enchantments, and a few music discs. But first I'm going to go over how you get there and how you can activate the portal. So first you're going to want to get a lot of sugar, and this is sugar blocks. These are what they are. To make the portal, you gotta make it into the shape of an obsidian, and you don't need to have all the spaces. You just gotta have basically like any obsidian portal, you just gotta have at least this. The corners are optional. So how you make one of these sugar blocks is you gotta take 4 lumps of sugar, put them into a square, and you get one. And you gotta get enough. And once you got enough to activate it, you just gotta put lava bucket either here or here. And there we are. We got a caramel colored portal, since the lava is melting the sugar to make caramel. Now once you jump in it, you get an effect. Resistance for 15 seconds for good reason. Why? You drop from the sky to the ground. Now when you spawn in here, you don't get a portal to get you back. You gotta find the materials. Now first I'm gonna go over the mobs because they offer a lot of the crafting parts, which is what goes over in here, as well as some of the mining. Now the first one we have right here is the candy cane pig, and it looks like any ordinary pig, except it's colored like candy cane, like you'd see around Christmas time. Now they got 10 health. They're really fast because that's what every mob in this game is, extremely fast. They are afraid of you, so you're gonna have to find some a fruit, I think it is, anyways, that you can find by crushing the grass here. That's what these little lollipops are. To get the fruit to tame him, and you can just strap on a saddle on him and ride him like any ordinary pig. However, when you kill him, if I could just get him to stand still. Oh, critical. He drops up to from between 2 to 3 candy canes. And these candy canes can be used to craft various blocks like so. Now how you create a regular candy cane block is by just putting them into just filling up your personal inventory, and you get 1 candy cane block. And then from there you can build these other things like the stairs, the fences, the wall, the half slabs, the normal way you would in Minecraft with wood or cobblestone in the case of the wall. And I got it in this little form of a little shrine, water shrine that I built. Nothing important. Now for the next mob we have right here is the candy cookie creeper, and it's basically a pink creeper smiling his heart away with weak. Has only 5 health, but what he lacks in health he makes up in speed, as he's able to catch up with you and explode right behind you, just like any regular creeper. And when you kill him, he drops the cookies, 2 cookies. So yay, free cookies for all. The next guy we have right here is the Sugar-dog, and as you can see, his head twists around 360 degrees towards the right as he walks. He spawns everywhere in this place, much like a creeper in the dim or the darkness. They are the guards of this place, walking around with their tall swords that are much bigger than they are, which you cannot craft. Got 30 health, and when you hit one of them, they come at you crazy fast, and looking like as though they're the girl from the last exorcism. Now when you kill one of them, you get their sword. Well, sometimes you can even get 2. If I could just point proven. And the licorice short sword. This one's really crappy condition. This one is in fantastic condition. And compared to a diamond, that is really good. This is really good. Not as good as iron, but it'll do the job quite nicely. Let's see. Test it out. Pig. 6 and 4. Alright. Licorice short sword and the Sugar people. Now for the next mob we have right here is the Choco-dog. A chocolate covered wolf. Now, how you tame one of these guys is you gotta take the candy cane, pull it out, walk up to them, They look at you going like, they look at you the same way a wolf would look at a bone. Right click, and there we go. I have yet another addition to the wolf pack. Now, these Choco-dogs have a strange ability in that they can produce caramel while being underneath the caramel tree, which looks like this. And this is the regular chocolate, and that is the white chocolate tree. The only difference is that this one looks more of a richer, more brighter brown, and this one looks kind of like a dark chocolate kind of brown. Now, all of these trees have the same chance of dropping cocoa beans if their leaves drop. Now, how you know if the Choco-dog has caramel on his back would be if you notice the coloration, like this guy. As you can see, the skin tone became much lighter when compared to one that hasn't produced chocolate yet. And if you want to collect said caramel, all you gotta do is take a bucket, right click, and there you have your bucket of caramel. What you do with this is what I'm going to go over later. They don't drop anything when they're dead, and like everything else, they're freaking speedy. Now the next one we got right here is the Gummy Bunny, and the little rabbit's made out of gummy bears, gummy jelly beans? I don't know, some sort of gummy candy. And there are, I think, 4,700 different color variations of these guys. They come in all sorts of colors. They jump to the heart's content, and they they can look kind of funny in the jump, especially in a large group. Now, when you kill one of them, they give you, well, they usually give you a gummy, which looks like a rainbow-colored. Here we go. Basically, coal in the coloration of Skittles, I should say. Now, eating these alone will give you nausea for 15 seconds. However, you can cook this in a special furnace, but I'll get into that later. And like I said, 4,700, I think that's the amount, at least, of different colored bunnies around this vast, sweet wasteland. Well, not wasteland, more like sweet paradise of candy. Now here we have the Carabee. Carabee's 15 health, not that strong. However, they do quite a punch in that they sting you, and occasionally you can get a poison effect, which will give them the upper hand. Occasionally you can find Sugars riding these little punks all around the world. That's only if you're unlucky. Well, it's actually kind of a common sight, actually. However, when you kill one of these, come on, get over here. Get up. Come on. Let's get a fun in the closed area. Almost had him. I almost. Come on. Come on, where are you? I'll just spawn a bunch of them in. Let's see. Carabees. You're mine! Ah! Where'd you go? 15 health. Quite a pack. Let's see. When you kill them, they drop honey shards, which is a common crafting, well, not a crafting item, but an item necessary for most of the crafting items that you will need as supplies to craft items. This is a honey shard, and like I said, you use this to make the materials you need to make most of the tools. Alright, Carabees can be ridden by Sugars and are pesky little punks that can give you a poison effect for 15 seconds. Moving on. Now, for this last one, some of you may not like it, since I know that some people hate the villagers. But here we have the gingerbread men villagers, and like the villagers, they have different signed duties. That's citizen, farmer, blacksmith, and well, actually I said them already. Now, they don't drop anything when killed. However, they are extremely afraid of man. They'll jump at you, and they only spawn in villages that are even harder to find than the regular NPC villages, because of the fact that their villages are underground. Now, if you actually get close to one of them, like with this guy, if you right click on him, they give you a little trading screen, like, come here. You're not leaving. Come on, I just want to trade goods with you. Come on. Come on. Here we go. And just like the NPCs, what the hell was that? Oh, that's what they make. That's the noise they make. Great, as if villager sounds weren't weird enough. They make. Now here we have chocolate coin. They're emeralds, I guess you can say. They will only trade you with if you have enough coins. And as you can see, 53 for a honeycomb sword, which is pretty good in terms of damage when compared to diamond. But that is a complete rip-off, since you have to make each coin one at a time. I'll show you that right about now. Now for our first crafting recipe is the planks, and how you get technically wooden planks in this place is by cutting down these marshmallow logs into the block form which I have in my hand, bring it to any interface, turn it into marshmallow planks, and then from here you can do whatever you want with them. Make them into anything that you could normally make with wood. So I just turn them into sticks where they are most valuable because, well, like I said, you can use them as a substitute for wood in this area, and that you can make chests, crafting tables, half slabs, full torches, ladders, doors, and fencing. Now, unlike real wood, they don't turn into wooden tools or anything like that. They can only be used as sticks, as hilts or handles for the tools. So, like, you can use licorice to be used as tools, as well as making armor. Not really good. Like on par with gold, I assume. You could turn it into bricks by just putting it into a 4, or into a furnace, which is like all 8 except for that one spot, or a full block by filling in that last spot. And here is all of the blocks. So here, this would be the full one, and this would be the 4 one. Now you craft all these stairs and half slabs normally as you would in Minecraft with stone or wood. And I got to put into this little furnace, kind of like this little magma fountain. And you could use this, which actually requires a bit of an unusual fuel. To power it, you're going to need sugar. And you see, you put sugar right there, like I already had. And you could just take any of these ores as well. Well, the ores that don't break. So that would be the jelly and the licorice itself. When you mine these up, they only become, well, ore blocks, like how you would if you mined up gold or iron ore. This is chocolate stone, so like stone, if you were to break it, it would turn into cobblestone. Well, cobbled chocolate, actually, in this case. So here we got some chocolate cobblestone. I'll mine up the jelly. Okay, let's see, jelly ore. This is the honey shard, from which you can get a lot more shards than you can get by killing Carabees. And the licorice ore. So, like any furnace, all you gotta do is put the fuel in, and then stick your the thing you want to cook right in there. Now this doesn't work for any of the food that you can get in this mod, but that's neither here nor there. So you just do that to get licorice. But with jelly, you get a much more fun thing, I guess you could call it. Now you see, when you cook jelly, or it doesn't become an item like this, it becomes its own block, the trampo jelly. Now this is a trampoline in a sense, except that when you land on it, it does not absorb any of the impact that you'll get. So watch, I just step on it, and I am high in the sky, and it does, oh my god, 7 hearts of damage. So the only way you want to be able to not die would just to be, oh god, I screwed that up, would be just to letting start into water or anything really that'll absorb the impact. And there we go, I stick the landing, I assume. Now, that's not as far as you can take it. You can mine this up and recook it to become an even more overpowered trampoline block. We're known as the red trampo jelly. So just take these and put them right back in there, and you'll be met with the red trampo jelly, which will lift you higher than the green jelly trampo jelly could. So I'm just gonna take one of these, put it right here, and get on this. You are higher than these spires! Oh god! Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that is the red trample. Guaranteed death upon any impact on solid blocks. So, prove my point. I'm gonna appear. I'm just gonna do this. And... okay. And I'm dead. I've got to get back to the... Alright, I'm back. And as you can see, there are all my items. And I have duplicates of them. Alright, so I'll just pick up, clean up my mess. As my mama told me to do so many times. Now, the strange thing is that you can cook this again to create something surprising. Now you just stick the red trample jelly in here and cook it for the last time. Excuse me while I get rid of all these extra items. Just get rid of that. And you get this item, the jelly shock absorber. That's right, and this is its final form. So, put it right there. Probably gonna need a lot more. And these wrong thing. And these guys will be, well, these blocks anyways, they will absorb all fall damage you will get, whether or not you jumped onto a jelly block of any kind to begin with. So I think I might actually gonna need more of these. Shock. So let's just put more in to be safe, because you know it's better to live and learn than it is to live and repeat. Or this is how I think the saying goes. Probably that isn't. So okay, just one ring. Jump. Oh God! Come on! Don't fail me now. Oh, I live. So yes, that is it. That's the shock absorber jelly shock absorber, and as you can see, you cannot cook it again. But you can cook the gummies that you get from the little gummy bunnies. However, you could also put one anywhere to create the gummy ball, a little throwable weapon that creates slowness in your enemies. So here's what you can craft from them. You can either craft a cooked gummy, or you can create a gum ball. So just find some random poor schmuck. Now this gives them one of the effects from the mod, one of the new enchantment effects from the mod. It'll give them, I believe, Honey Glue 1, which acts as a which is basically slowness, but a lot more, I guess, usable, in that it makes them hardly be able to move, unless they're from this mod, in which case they'll just be able to move just about as normally as a creeper or insert regular mob here. So I guess I'm just gonna have to get my own mobs. So just get a cookie creeper. Don't want to see these guys again, but if it's for the showcase. Oh, I'm hungry. No effects, except you get a jump boost. Jump boost 2. Alright. There we go. Slowness for 5 seconds of honey glue. And... oh God. I missed! Oh! Alright. Yep. Phrased Haggadah flour. Do not trick me. Another thing you can do with well, the only thing you can do with caramel is that you stick it into a sugar furnace, like so, and you wait for it to cook up, and you get the most surprising surprise. You get a caramel block. Not so surprising. I led you on, didn't I? Now this is basically one of the aesthetic blocks. You'll find these in the villages of the gingerbread man and one of the random tower structures that are in this mod. So it looks like this. Very nice. Can't really pick it up by yourself. And let's see what else you can cook. Wrong thing. So let's see. Still got my cooked gummy. Got more gummy. Well, I guess that's it then. You keep your bucket, which is even impressive. Now we go over to the honeycombs. Now you make a honeycomb block by putting 9 shards into the full workbench interface. Get 1 block. Or you could use the shards to create arrows for a caramel bow, an item you can't craft, hence why I don't have it here. So how you make the arrows is that you could put 1 honey shard, 1 marshmallow stick, and 1 candy cane right there, with the shard serving as the flint and the candy cane as the feather. And you get 4 arrows. Now for a torch, you use a honey shard and a marshmallow stick to get the one torch. Only one. Now how you make use of these is that you don't use the blocks as the building materials, but rather you stick them into this, a sugar factory. And how you make one of these is that you use licorice in the corners, marshmallow in the other spaces on the outline, and a candy cane wall dead center to get 2 sugar factories. And this is a sugar converter that will turn everything except a select few items into sugar. So as you see, honeycomb blocks are the exception, is that they turn them into honeycombs themselves, the actual honeycomb. And it is with this that you can create the armor and the tools, which are like iron. Let's see, we got 6 attack, which is fairly good. And these clear, they also fill up just about as good as iron, actually. Let's see. You can also garden in this mod with the help of this, the humble folk. Now you take the Dragibus or lollipop seeds. The lollipop seeds you can get anywhere from the you can get anywhere from any of the tower structures. Now you just basically use it like any hoe and just right click on the ground and it'll turn it into the pudding, since you're on bread pudding, I assume. And this is the flour. Now you just do the right click on any source of water, and there you got this. Take your little seeds, right click down, and right click there. Probably gonna need some bone meal to show what they look like once they are ready to harvest. So these are what they look like. Now the Dragibus is like the potato and carrots in that you have to see the actual produce before you know it's ready, and that the lollipop is like a melon or pumpkin in that you have to grow a stalk before you actually get the produce itself. And this is what normally pops on right. Oh, there we go. So there we get, now we know it's ready. We just break it and we get lollipops. Now what's so effective about these is that they heal not just you, but your friends and enemies as well. However, for the love of God, do not use these against cookie creepers. Do not use these in thinking that you could make them your friends by right clicking on them. They will explode the moment you feed one of these to them. Now for this, we have the Dragibus on a stick, which I mentioned earlier is what you use to manually control the candy cane pig when you're riding on him. So you just put it in this way. Fishing rod right here, and to the bottom right, a Dragibus. And only in this form will this appear, no other way. So, to show you how this works, just if you hadn't guessed it already, you just gotta put it right there, the candy or whatever you want to use. It will convert anything here from the flour and cake pudding tops to the marshmallows, everything really that's made out of sugar or has a hint of sugar in it, to turn it into sugar. Now you can use now first of all I'm gonna have to do this because it's with the sugar factory that you can create the chocolate coins needed to commence trade with the gingerbread men and women. I assume they're women. There's some women anyways. And for the last lead, here are some of the items that, well, can be used so forth for crafting. Well, actually, my bad. These are items that you cannot get, since these are, well, enemy drops. So this is the licorice short sword from the Sugard, and these are drops that are found, well, this one, except for this one, that can be dropped by the bosses of this world, except for this one as well. The wiki book and the honey emblem. The honey emblem you find in the random tower structures all the time, and the wiki book, I don't know how you can get this. And you also get these dungeon keys from the bosses themselves. So you got a jelly dungeon key and a sugar dungeon key. And here we have the Jelly Queen's emblem, and this is the Gingerbread Men's Sugard emblem, and this is the caramel crossbow. Now, like I said, you're gonna need some special arrows to use this bad boy, but when you do happen to get them, it is used as a quick draw long range weapon. I'll demonstrate. There's one of them, And you can see I'm already primed and ready, and headshot. Final blow. And you can see it splits in half and does like some sort of lock-on animation, which is pretty cool. Either that or there's something wrong with how I'm running the game. But let's check up on the chocolate. Alright, so we turn them back into regular chocolate blocks, or chocolate stone as I like to call them. And we put them in the sugar factory, and this little thing fills up all the way over here, where instead of sugar we will be met with chocolate coins. I'm also gonna have to grab a few of these, so I'm just gonna have to do this. I'm actually just gonna put some of this stuff back, put that back there, load up, and just, let's see, take the phrase Tagada flour, a regular stick, and the honeycomb block. As you can see, we got 2 chocolate coins, so that covers the chocolate. For a honeycomb block, it turns them, well, into honeycombs. But if you put these into a furnace, misled you again, by the way, you can turn them into honey lamps, which are basically the glowstone of this world. And they look like this, not really as bright as anything. Think somewhere in between redstone and regular torches, but still effective lighting. The only lighting used in the gingerbread men's, well, little underground villages. So check it out. Here we are now with the tiger dot and the stick. Now this is the most amazing one. This one I'm pretty sure will be the most useful to anybody in this mod. Well, the user of this mod, you could turn regular stick into marshmallow stick. Amazing, I know, it's incredible. Now with these chocolate coins, you eat one, and no effect. They're just, well, currency / edible food. Now you're dust poor. Now you can turn the flour into another shard, and the stick into another, well, into another marshmallow stick. Now here's the different enchantments. We got Devourer 1, Honey Glue 1, and Honey Glue 2. This is as far as they go. Now the Devourer 1 is used primarily for the fork. You know what you do with this is that you break blocks. You don't right click on them, you just start mining them up like you usually do, except when you have this, you eat the blocks. However, even if you're full, you keep eating and eating, eventually until you consume this entire world in your hungry craze. It's really good if you're like the last desperate, you don't have any food at hand, so just whip out your Devour Enchanted Fork and eat the entire world around you. Literally. Doesn't work with anything from the regular world, so like no stone will be appetizing and no regular wooden blocks and etc, etc. The honey glue, being the enchantment used in the gummies, is what really sets apart them from the honey glue enchantment, I believe anyway, is what is used with the gummy balls with the gumballs to give them their sticky effect. So just gotta get some arrows to actually use these. So, alright, so here's honey glue 1. Find a target to shoot at. I'm gonna have to build my own. Look, it's happening! Carabee and Sugar! Carabee and Sugar! Kill it! Oh god. Don't kill me! Come on! You bastard! There we go. Kills them, and look, I was right. Sugar effect. And my dog's come to my aid. Good job, boys. I might die soon. Couldn't really see it since there was a flying projectile coming right at me. Come on, boy. Come over here. Alright, get to shore. Sit your butt down. You, Honey Glue 1, suffer a long death. And I say that because they die in the water. So, snap. They're not as fast as they used to be. Oh. Kill that guy instantly. I'm just kidding. We both know that He was the real. Oh god! As you can see, the creeper is still right there breathing, and he's coming slowly right towards me, and that honey glue effect is about to wear off soon. So that's honey glue effect number 2, slowing the creeper down so greatly. Headshot to make sure he doesn't blow up my face. And that is the enchantments for honey glue effects. The effects of honey glue 1 and 2. And, well, all that's left to do is show you the bosses of this world and the structures that you can find amongst this world. That is not one of them, I can assure you that. So here we are, the Candy Tower, which you can find spawned all over this place. Now this is what they look like. They got a caramel base, well, actually a marshmallow log base. They got marshmallows right here, caramel right there, candy cane blocks right there, candy cane walls there, and inside you'll find chests that contain not only your way back to the overworld in the form of 12 sugar blocks and a lava bucket, but they also have random items from the mod itself. So we got pudding, we got 15 candy canes, 11 candy cane blocks, and an enchanted licorice chest piece with the protection 3 and blast 1 protection enchantments. Now, these again found all over, and they have all sorts of different enchantments, and you can also find the honey emblem, which in the description says that it'll allow you to hear the voices of the underground while you have this. What does that mean? I don't know. I've had it underground and I've heard nothing. But over to the gingerbread man's villages. Now here we are, the last 2 structures I lied earlier. There are actually 4. There is the honeycomb dungeon, which is like a regular dungeon that you would find in the overworld. We got a spawner for Carabees, and here we got chests. What do they have? Honeycomb, candy canes, honeycomb shovel, the honey emblem, a saddle in this one, and for this one we have, well, more honeycombs, a lollipop, another honey emblem, honey shard, and a candy cane. A little difficult since, you know, there are Carabees all over and they'd swarm you in an instant. But alright, let's look into the gingerbread man's place itself. So here we are in the gingerbread man village, and as you can see, it is dim as it can be. The entire ceiling is made up of chocolate cobblestone and honey lamps, so it does, but still provides almost no adequate lighting. And as you can see, these are covered in half slab because that's how small they are. Dark in here, grass here, roads that end with crafting tables. And it is because of this dimness that you can find most likely sugars and cookie creepers roaming about. So if you get in here, get well armed and prepare for a fight to the death. So here is the first boss, the gingerbread man's Sugar, and he just stands there like a statue at the center of town, and no matter which gingerbread village you may be in, he is always dead center, standing there as a statue. You attack him, he goes all sorts of crazy hostile on you. However, I will not fight him because, well, it is a pain in the ass to fight. And I give my props to the mod developers for creating a boss that is, well, a tough one at that. Just as tough, or maybe a little bit more tougher than the Ender Dragon. So, you know, I salute you, if that is appropriate. But however, these bosses drop their own records. This is the Queen Jellies, and this is the Sugars. I'm going to give you only a little small sample of what it sounds like, just so you guys know what at least it'll sound like if you ever get this mod. Now playing Jammin' Every. Well, there we go. This sample test. Now, when you also kill him, he drops one of these, a dungeon key, as well as his little token of defeating him, the Sugar's emblem. Which, if I could actually read the text fully, let's see, reduce arrow damage by 20 or increase. I can't see that far over the edge. But yeah, that's the sugar. And now for the last one, the Jelly Queen. And here we have the last boss, the Jelly Queen. And yes, she is not a giant bunny, but rather a giant slime ball. Now, when she's not attacking you, directly anyways, she's gray. Just going into physical contact with her will surely hurt you. However, you punch her once, she'll become pink and start trying to squish the hell out of you. And the more you damage her, the more aggravated she gets. So watch. I'll just keep hitting her while she's still right here. She stays pink for a while until you lower her health to, I think, about all the way to half point, where she will assume the color blue, where she'll jump higher up into the air, and this is going to be painful. Let's see. Survival. Oh! And that damage scale is 2, which is not very that much, but however, if you gotta keep... However, she doesn't stop ever to jump, so really that damage is going to build up quite nicely if you just keep deciding just to, you know, keep fighting like that. Now, her last final form is Peach, and that happens when you get her, like, to a quarter of her health gone. Right. And now, well, Peach or Beige, whichever it may be. Now, in this, it is more painful, because whenever she makes contact with the ground, it explodes. So, that is a good way to die a quick death, as she is soon about to suffer one. Where'd she go? And then from there, she just keeps squishing you and trying to hope, you know, that you get caught in the blast radius. But sadly, you do not. You kill her, and she drops the jelly emblem, which reduces fall damage by 30, the jelly dungeon key, and the record, which I will play a small sample for you people right now. I think it got destroyed in the blast. So just place another one down. Sweden Remix, Caution and Crisis. Well, there you go. Your free sample for the day for the Queen's Secret Record and Sweden remix of Caution and Risk. But yes, before I leave, I have a bit of surprise. There are actually a select few items left that have not been discussed by me earlier, not been mentioned or anyway, because currently they currently do not exist unless you cheat to get them. Now these items are simply known by the name No Language File, and they come in 3 different blocks. Oops. They come in 3 different blocks, items, and so forth. To get chest plate, which works as almost as good as diamond. Not really quite there, but still. We got some armor that does a little bit better. We got tools here that do a little bit better than the iron. This bucket, which sprouts out more of these little red rivers of no file, and armor and so forth. And well, I have everything right here. We got one type of the no file block, another of the no file, another of the lumps of no language file, the armor of no language file, and the tools of it, all right here with no crafting recipes, mostly because I don't think you can craft them. Nothing in the forum page as far as I saw, and nothing I could find out. So yes, aside from that, that would be all that there is for the CandyCraft mod. A really good mod. It's really awesome. I liked some of the items that they add in, the mobs. Props to you, mod developers, again, for making very good good models for the mobs, the concept, and so forth. And before I forgot these guys. Well, these blocks anyways. We got the raspberry chains and the mints. As far as I know, it doesn't drop anything. Either one or the other, they don't drop anything. But aside from that, Yes, this has been the CandyCraft Mod review. If you would like to check out this mod, then I will leave a link in the description below where you can click to go to the forum page to download this mod yourself. You should really try it. It's really good. And aside from that, I am Nula Mula. If you like this mod showcase and would like to see more, then why not hit that like button and check out the channel for more videos. If you think you would like to see more of my work, then why not hit subscribe and you know, join the following. Yes, again, I am Nula Mula. Sorry for not keeping up with my mod showcases. Finding time to record is just as hard to find as time to edit these videos, but I am trying the best I can. But other than that, I will see you next time.